YouTube, how's it going? The GOAT House is back. And I got my Week 13 MVP ladder like we do every single week, going over my top 5 in offensive and defensive MVP and offense plus defensive Rookie of the Year, constantly changing this. We also take a look at our Players of the Week. We'll do that just in a second here. Players of the Week from the past week, Week 12. You guys got to vote. You guys got to say in that like you do every single week. And each of the GOAT House members gives their MVP of the week. Right before we get started, extra content on the Patreon. Playoff predictions, score predictions, mock drafts. All that part of one package deal, updated every single week. And for Week 13, it is all up. Click the link in the description. It's towards the top, patreon.com/GOATHouse. You can find out more info. 40K. Help us get to that subscriber goal by the end of the year. We really appreciate it. Full NFL content here. You guys know the drill. We got you. We're the best NFL content on YouTube, hands down. So give us a subscription. Click that like button. Check us out on Twitter, @GoatHouseNFL. To the Players of the Week. Lamar's featured once again. You guys keep voting for Lamar. Appreciate you guys for voting. If you haven't voted yet, the polls, there's a series of polls, and then we have a final come out on the community section. If you go to our channel, click on community, should be under there. If you turn on notifications, you should get the notifications on it. You guys voted for Lamar Jackson. Danny picked Lamar Jackson, won him fantasy. And then Junior went with Chris Godwin, monster game. And then Pigskin Pete went with Joe Schobert. Back-to-back really good weeks for him from the Browns. And I went with Fred Warner. Almost went Mark Ingram because he won me fantasy. But, I always like going defense. If there's a chance to go defense, I like to go defense. People just go straight for the offensive guy. Fred Warner just gets me excited. He just got me excited about, the linebacker position. His ability, freakish ability to fly around the field, looking like maybe the best linebacker in football right now. And that's how he's been playing, and he was a very key part to that beatdown against the Packers. So super impressive game from him. See him in the backfield constantly, seeing him getting the strip sack. He punched the ball out, and see him covering downfield. Just a high motor guy, so explosive. So that is my Week 12 MVP. We got 2 votes for Lamar Jackson, so he is featured. Offensive MVP, really nothing new. Really, we got Michael Thomas coming in there at number 5, the best receiver in football hands down this year. Just do it all receiver and the best contested catcher at the receiver position in the NFL. And it's just the same 4. Same 4 at the top. Lamar Jackson 1. The most dominant player in football right now. Like, how do you stop this guy? How do you stop them? You can't. Russell Wilson still number 2. And then 2 running backs, McCaffrey, who is carrying the Panthers at times, it feels, and then Dalvin Cook, who's taking the Vikings to another level this year, is at number 4 still. Defense MVP, I'm still riding with Zadarius Smith, even though it was a very disappointing performance for the Packers against the Niners. To me, there was one bright spot. It was Zadarius Smith, constantly getting pressures, got his sacks. I mean, this guy's got the production. Most people look for the production. He's got it. What I look for is what they do on the field, and this guy is constantly getting pressures, which won't show up in your basic stats, and he's coming from the outside and the inside. They're able to use an extra pass rusher because Zadarius Smith has the gifted ability as an edge rusher to slide in the inside. And it's unique. It's very unique and game changing. You take Zadarius Smith away from the Packers defense, you got problems. So I like Zadarius Smith. Total package this year. I mean, he's got everything you ask for a defensive player of the year. Stephon Gilmore, who's been up here before, gets back up here, number 2. Dominant performance against Amari Cooper. I mean, he's dominant every single week, and you could say it was in a downpour. Well, guess what? Gilmore had to play in a downpour too. It's not really fun to play like that. Defense in a downpour like that, I'm sure it was freezing as well. And he's able to do that at an elite level. Shaquille Barrett, still at the top, still producing, at a pretty high level, a little better earlier in the year, but it was insane. Pretty much all year long, so he's still up here. Jamal Adams has been the best safety in football. He does everything you ask for with safety this year. Everything. Coming up in every category, so he's at number 4. TJ Watt, number 5. Another one of those pass rushers that is doing it all. Everything you ask, and just constantly getting pressure and consistently getting pressure, but it seems like it's coming in bigger bunches, recently. So gotta love what TJ Watt's doing. Offense Rookie of the Year, this is tough leaving some guys out, but Josh Jacobs still at the top. People are trying to catch him right now, though. Kyler Murray's been playing great, even though he had a bye last week. And a group of receivers, A.J. Brown has been dominant. He's the Titans' best receiver. Dominant. Anywhere on the field, he catches the ball, the guy might be gone. So he's been lights out for them. DK Metcalf at 4, been highly productive for the Seahawks. Marquise Brown, and I said it a few weeks ago, he'll be making his way back in here. Now he's healthy, and now he's a factor for the Ravens. He's back in here. Terry McLaurin, who might have overall the better season for a receiver in terms of production, starting to slow down a little bit, mainly because of what's going on with the Redskins over there. And Deebo Samuel's been really good, too. Just hard to leave these receivers out. So those are my Offensive Rookie of the Year candidates right now. And then defensive, pretty much the same thing, but we're going to add Devin White to the mix. Devin White is what I expect him to be now. We had an injury earlier in the year. Now he's really getting going. A big key to that win against the Falcons, flying around the field. It's just what we saw on the tape against, when he was on LSU. Highly instinctive, high motor, freakish athletes. He's the two Devins there, 4 or 5. Same top 3. Nick Bosa has been absolutely dominant. Josh Allen is getting production. Not really getting talked about enough for the amount of production he's getting. And then Crosby has really picked it up the second half of the year. The Raiders got a gem out of him. He's going to be special. He's got the technique, the hand usage. It's all right there. Very impressive. But Nick Bosa is still at the top. And we rip right through this video. Pretty quick one. So let me know your guys' thoughts. Player of the week. Lamar Jackson's been your guys' vote for the last several weeks. We'll see if he does it again. He's playing the Niners this week. We'll see if he does it again. Can't wait for this week. We got score predictions. The straight-up picks was very funny with all the Goat House guys. Power rankings are up. Plenty more to come. We got college football content as well. Full coverage, even through the offseason. We got you here at the Goat House, so please subscribe. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.